A nation enraged. This was Lebanon after former Prime Minister Rafik Hariri was assassinated at the Beirut waterfront in 2005. Since then, Lebanon's troubles have multiplied, and the explosion which killed Mr. Hariri is buried in the echo of the more recent blast that left more than 170 dead, injured 6,000, and smashed many neighborhoods in the city. So there were no mass rallies or protests, just a few people at his grave after a United Nations mandated special tribunal for Lebanon announced the verdict on his assassination. The tribunal said the Syrian government and its ally Hezbollah had a motive to kill Hariri, but cited a lack of evidence. It convicted only one of the 4 Hezbollah members accused of committing the crime. 3 others, to the dismay of many in Lebanon and to the surprise of Hezbollah leaders, were acquitted. To some in the court of public opinion, Hezbollah was guilty.
Everybody knows Nasrallah is behind it from the beginning.
Hariri's assassination was a watershed moment in Lebanon's history. It cleaved the country into a pro-Western and a pro-Iranian and Syrian camp, the latter with Hezbollah in charge. Since Hariri's killing, the militia steadily gained an upper hand in the affairs of the state and is now the indisputable power in the country. Hezbollah described the trial as politically motivated, denied involvement in the attack, and refused to hand over any of its members for trial. Some analysts say Iran's control of Hezbollah and Hezbollah's grip on Lebanon have been behind the country's crises.
I think the major impediment to justice execution is the fact that Lebanon is controlled by Hezbollah and that Lebanon did not recover its full sovereignty on its own decision, and Lebanon did not apply a neutrality policy that will keep it at distance from all regional conflicts.
Almost 250,000 people lost their homes in the recent port explosion and are left picking up the pieces. They neither had the time nor the will to protest against what is generally viewed here as an unsatisfactory verdict.
I'm struggling with many issues. My mom is at ICU and I hope for her to get through all this. So basically, I don't care about politics.
Limping from one crisis to another, many Lebanese feel disillusioned, and the verdicts were, for many, disappointing. But others also see signs of hope that those responsible for their country's problems may sooner or later face justice. Anchal Vohra for VOA News, Beirut.